About 9:30 is when we have asked the lawyer on Kicks Country 92.9 and a half for 10 years now. It's our weekly opportunity to get your questions answered by somebody we consider to be the ultimate professional in the business. Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. So let's see whose question gets answered today. Would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured at Kicks Country 92.9. Hey, Bruce. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this beautiful morning?
Absolutely fine. How about you?
Well, I'm doing great. You know, the good thing is we don't need sauna baths anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just go outside.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. You just got back from a heck of a vacation, took the grandkids with you, I think, to Barcelona, you said, right?
Yeah, we went to Barcelona, got on a Disney cruise, and those Disney people know how to take care of the little kids.
No, I'm sure they do. I'm sure everybody had a fantastic time. A lot of great experiences, a lot of great memories made, I'm sure.
They were, and it was so nice to be with the grandkids.
I'm sure. Well, eventually, we got to get back to business at hand, and we do have a question from somebody who's in some trouble here. We're hoping you can help out. You ready to listen in and see what you can do?
I'm ready, Todd.
Okay, today's question reads as follows. My brother was driving on Tamiami Trail when a semi-truck with the name of a major retailer on it swerved into him, causing his car to flip over and crash into the guardrail. The trucker was ticketed for reckless driving. Unfortunately, it turns out the driver of the truck is underinsured. My brother was in intensive care and was scheduled to have multiple surgeries affecting him for the rest of his life. My sister-in-law contacted the major retailer. They claim that they leased the truck. However, the driver was an independent contractor, so they are not liable. We have insurance, but not nearly enough to cover the medical bills. Not to mention the therapy and the medical assistance he will need for years to come. Can you ask the lawyer what we can do? This certainly got multifacets to it, but I'm sure you're used to that kind of thing, Bruce.
I certainly am, Todd, and it's a very interesting question.
Okay.
So the long and the short of the answer is that the major retailer had leased or rented the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
As the lessor, or actually lessee of the vehicle, they stand in the place of the owner. So they're responsible for anything that anyone does in operating the car.
Okay.
They stand, so they're responsible for the actions of the driver, even though they say the driver was an independent contractor. As long as the driver didn't steal the car, as long as he had permission to drive the truck,
right,
they are liable for his actions.
I
so
see.
The person would be able to recover for his pain and suffering, for his inability to work, the medical bills now, the medical bills in the future. This is a massive case. Unfortunately, it's a major retailer, so they'll have enough money to provide adequate restitution.
Well, and that would be my question, and we run across this on occasion in these situations. I always wonder, this is a major retailer. Obviously, they have major insurance to back them up. Why worry about this particular claim? Or is that just kind of maybe human nature, like we got to fight it?
Yeah, I think it's human nature, but, even, I'm sure they have, a huge insurance policy, but even
right.
if they didn't, with a major retailer, you could
right.
actually go after their assets if you had to.
If you had to go that route with it. Hopefully they would see the light in providing what is absolutely fair for this person who's been injured. That would be the best, in a best world scenario.
Well, that would be the best world scenario, but unfortunately, defendants, insurance companies, they never do what's fair. They try to skimp and get away with as little as possible.
Right.
That's why this person with severe injuries needs to immediately retain experienced personal injury lawyer.
Emphasis on immediately. The clock is ticking, and you got to get to some of that evidence before something happens to it, and talk to witnesses before their memories fade, that kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
You're
Bruce.
right on point, Todd.
Thank you so much for helping out somebody in need. Once again, you're very generous with your advice week by week here. We appreciate that. And we're glad you're back. And look forward to talking to you again next week.
I'm looking forward to it as well, Todd. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a great week and say hi to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Hopefully some helpful thoughts for this person who's obviously got themselves some major problems here. Now, if you find yourself in a similar situation, you can, of course, send us a question for future consideration. Just go to the website and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. But in a situation like this, I would recommend reaching out immediately to the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner. That's really the thing to do. Get some help started right away. That number is 941-743-7777. There to help at 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.